Hello, North Star. I'm so excited to welcome you back to school. I'm just going to do a very brief video. This is the presentation that's linked below. So if you don't want to hear me talking, then you can just look through the video yourself. But there's a few things I wanted to go ahead and explain about how we are coming back to school. So let me present. This is so exciting. So as you know, we are returning to campus. Our goal, of course, is to do this safely. We're going to show you how we're going to do that. We want you to be learning with your teachers and your peers in the same classroom. Obviously, we have rules that we need to follow. And we want to make sure that you know that if you are ever uncomfortable, you just need to let us know right away, and we'll be there to help you. Safety is our top priority. So the big things about safety, you've probably heard this a lot, but you always have to wear your mask at school. You need to stay 6 feet apart. You need to keep to your own space. And very important, if you are feeling ill, we do not want you to come to school. There will be attached in the email a student conduct contract that we need each family to review and sign. And this will be needed to be turned in before you come onto campus. It basically just goes over what it is that's expected, and you're agreeing, it's a contract, you're agreeing to follow the rules that we've set here at school. So when you arrive, you're going to stay in your car. Myself or one of the other staff members will be there to greet you. You're going to answer the wellness survey, and you're going to tell us how you're doing. So here's a map. You can kind of see, if you've been here before, you're familiar with this drop off and pickup. If you, when you come, you're just pulling in, and the staff member will walk up to you and take your temperature. I think I have a video. Yeah, let me play this video and you can see for yourself what it looks like. The car pulls up. Anna will step forward and take your temperature. Hand you the paper, and then you can get out and go into school right over there. Thanks, Brennan! So that is how it is done. Oops, no. The car pulls again. Okay. So, what are you going to do while you're here, you might be asking? So we have different arrival times to try and stagger it to make sure that you're not waiting in too long of a line. So we ask that last names A through F. If you're in the morning cohort, you arrive between 8:15 and 8:20. Last names I through R between 8:20 and 8:25. And then last names S through Z arrive between 8:25 and 8:30. We will begin class at 8:30. If you go into this actual document and click on where it says daily schedules, you can actually look by grade level. Each grade level is a little bit different, so you can actually look by grade level to see what it is that your daily schedule will be. If you are carpooling, come with whomever has the first last name in the time frame. So we know it's not going to be a perfect system, but we do want to kind of space you out. Dismissal time is at 11 a.m. for the AM cohort and 3 p.m. for the afternoon cohort. We do know that there's a slight conflict with Roy Cloud. So if you have a scholar at Roy Cloud and a scholar at North Star, go ahead and pick your scholar up at Roy Cloud first, and then come down. We'll have supervision between 11 and 11:15 in case there's a conflict of, you just needing to get down here. So no worries on that. We your older kids here can wait while you pick up your scholars at Roy Cloud. All right, so outside time, whether that's before school or after school, there's also a 10-minute recess blocks in the morning and in the afternoon. So you'll see here that we have zones. There's there'll be signs on the yard as well, but there's zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and each cohort will be assigned to a different zone. So when it's third and fourth grade recess, there's 6 classes, there'll be 6 zones. You'll have one of those areas to go in, and it will rotate. So each day you'll have a different zone to go to. It's very important that you wash your hands. I think that's, oh, I'll get to the washing hands in a minute. So these are the times of what you're doing while you're on campus. Obviously, you're working with your teachers and you're doing your actual learning, which is awesome because you're going to be together. And so each of the AM and PM cohorts have specific times for when they're doing recess and when they're doing their learning. That 8 to 12:30 block basically is for teachers to be working with distance learning students and doing their lunch and cleaning their rooms. There'll be a lot that will be happening in that block, but we just wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up about what the day schedule will look like when you're on campus. If you don't feel well, it's very simple. Stay home. If you have any kind of fever or you're not feeling well, it's important that you stay home. If you get sick while you're on campus, while you're at school, we actually have a health waiting area that we'll put you into. The nurse will come and we'll take your temperature and we'll check your symptoms and we'll ask you how you're doing. And then we call your parents and have them come pick you up. So, but hopefully that won't happen. If it does, we have a very simple system. We try and keep the kids outside, although we have a whole room with like big, little cubicles and big little cubicles. That was good, Miss Shackle. Anyway, so we have plenty of space if we do need to keep kids separated if they are sick, but we really haven't had an issue with this. So hopefully it will continue to be a non-issue. All right, so what happens if someone comes up with a positive test? We are testing. Our testing date is April 5th. That's also in the email. So if someone comes up with a positive test, then the class goes into distance learning for 2 weeks or 10 days, depends on the day of the week, but from the date of last exposure. The CDC has changed their guidelines now, so vaccinated teachers can continue to teach. They don't have to quarantine, which will be helpful so that only an AM cohort would need to be quarantining or a PM or so forth. But we do need to be flexible. We know that this is a time that things change on a moment's notice, so we just need to be prepared for that. If you go to this actual presentation, there's also a link that has more information about the specifics about what it means if you need to quarantine and so forth. All right, hand washing. So we have these really awesome hand washing stations. We have a very clear procedure about what hand washing looks like. Anytime you're coming onto campus, the first thing you do is wash your hands. Anytime you are getting ready to go into the classroom after recess or you have come out of the classroom, you wash your hands. If you're eating, although we're going to talk about eating in a minute, you probably shouldn't be eating much on campus, but if you are, you wash your hands. If you go to the bathroom, you wash your hands. Lots and lots of hand washing. We have lots of hand washing stations as well as there's hand sanitizer everywhere. So there's plenty of options to keep your hands clean. And that's something we do a lot around here, which is awesome. One reminder, the drinking fountains are covered. We're not sharing drinking fountains because that's still, not good. So remember to please bring your water bottle to school. Make sure that it's filled and ready to go. So this is what the classrooms will look like. They'll be, set up with the tables 6 feet apart. You'll see the TV screens will be in there. So teachers will be perhaps like behind this plexiglass with their computers and their work, and they can project the TV so they can see. Windows and doors should be open. This will allow for airflow. We also have fans as well as huge air purifiers. Plus, they changed the air filtrations. We use HEP 13. So we have a lot of air circulation that happens in the classrooms, but you'll notice that there's plenty of space between the desks for scholars to sit and not have to be too close to their classmates, which is great. So we're asking that you stay in your space, you keep your 6 foot distance. You're going to hear this a lot, that, you keep your distance, which is great. Eating on campus. So we generally do not encourage eating on campus because students have to unmask to do that. So you'll notice that there are these 6 foot markers on on the benches. If you do need to eat or you need a snack or you just can't go without eating, please just make sure that you're sitting by one of these markers and that you're 6 foot from whoever else might be around you. We do have plenty of bathrooms open, and when you come, your teachers will talk to you a little bit more about this, but there are these 6-foot markings on the floor. There should only be one person in a bathroom at a time. So if there's somebody in the bathroom, you need to just wait until they've left. So check, hey, is anybody in here? Don't hear anything, nobody's in there, you can go in. If somebody's in there, just wait outside the door until they're done, and then you can go in. If for some reason the bathrooms are full and you really have to go, there's a bathroom in the office as well that you're welcome to use. You just, again, need to knock, make sure there's nobody in there, and then you're welcome to come in. Okay, so technology. Each teacher is going to be having their own sort of rules with technology, but it's very, very important that you bring a fully charged Chromebook. We'll have some ability to charge, but we can't be charging everyone all at the same time. I'm hopeful that you won't be having to do too much technology while you're here at school, but we do ask that in the case that you might need it, you come with a fully charged Chromebook. Finally, I just want to remind you that we are in this as a community. It's important for the health and safety of everyone to make sure that all of our families are making responsible choices outside of school, staying masked, staying socially distanced, avoiding big gatherings outside of your, home or pod. So I just think that it's important that we remember again that we're a community and that we're in this together. And so far, North Star, you've done a fantastic job with this. And so I fully expect you to keep going with that. So if you have questions, please don't hesitate to email me. We have our official, everybody's back. All this, everything's changing is starting on April 8th. We have some optional it's optional for everybody but third grade. I want all the third graders here because you've never been here before. So we have tours or campus orientations. Third grade will be from 8:45 to 9:30. We'd like all the new students to campus. If you've already come to campus in our afternoon, please, you do not need to come to these orientations. But if you're new to campus, we'd love to invite you to come and have an orientation if that's something that would help make you feel better. So third grade, fourth grade is 9:45 to 10:30. Fifth grade, 10:45 to 11:30. Sixth grade, 12:15 to 1. Seventh grade, 1:15 to 2, and eighth grade, 2:15 to 3. So scholars, we look forward to seeing you. We will see you all on April 8th. We have testing, COVID testing. There's more information in the email about that on April 5th. And orientation on March 24th. So it's going to be a busy few weeks, but hopefully it will be super smooth, and we look forward to seeing you when everybody returns. Bye, North Star.